news in college football. Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. The calendar has been circled for this one for quite some time. Throughout the offseason, anticipation for an early-in-the-year top-5 clash. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Checking in with the Ole Miss head coach before the game. He told me they understand every ranked matchup becomes a measuring stick when you're carrying a top 10 ranking. They got off to a strong start last week, 1-0 on the season, but that doesn't matter. He said, we will be good if we execute each and every game. Keeps talking to the players in the locker room about the sky is the limit for this team, but it will take one game at a time, and he thinks this is the team that can do it. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense will go to work first. And here comes Jonas Walton. They believe he is the guy who can really give a jolt of energy to this rushing attack. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll start on the ground with Quentin Joyner. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and this crowd getting even more juice. Big picture, guys, this certainly isn't an all-or-nothing game. Long season ahead. How much fun is it to have a top-5 clash like this one early?
It's so much fun, and you don't have to be a fan of just these two top-5 teams. If you're a fan of college football,
they get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense.
Here we go. Ready. Let's get the blue. 30. Ready, go.
From the gun, it's Mobley. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Motion from the wide receiver. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And I think this is the part of the field where your alert should go up. Like, the radar should go up. These touch passes, like, to get to the perimeter. You've got the middle really secure with bigger bodies and more people in the box. So, nice job by this defense seeing the ball.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he's going to try to return this one. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. As As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Here comes the heat. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
The Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it away from his own end zone. Searching for space. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. They're coming off a national championship win last year, but you got to think this group of seniors isn't satisfied with stopping there.
No, they have tremendous leadership, and this coaching staff, too. That was the one priority in the offseason, fighting complacency, staying hungry to try and chase another title, David.
And it's hard to do, but you got new pieces and new places and new faces, which is awesome. So it's a lot of guys that haven't won that championship that want to fight for it, that are hungry, and now you mix them with some guys that have also won. It's a good recipe.
They're in the gun, 3rd down. Here's Carr. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Caught, it's Smith. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Not a lot of room to make this catch. Coverage unit all over him, stopped immediately. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. It's inside, it's Mobley. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Might as well give it to him again. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a 1st down. And under the watchful eye of touchdown Jesus, the Irish are starting to roll on the ground.
Starting to get that big physical ground game going. And one thing you know about Notre Dame traditionally over the years, offensive line play is always great. They're always making holes, and they're always playing super physical.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. They're working that left side. Breaks into the open. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Porter. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. I got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Run in the red zone. It's Mobley. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead as we get a look at the numbers so far. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Carr from the gun on 3rd down. Quick completion on the out route. They make the tackle just out of the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. Notre Dame comes to the line, that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs. Here's Carr to throw. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the 1st half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the 1st half.
And the extra point is good. Fielded in the end zone, it's Daniels. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Here on the Rebels sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to give more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
The Fighting Irish call their 1st timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Knight. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
Unloads in the nick of time.
You normally don't see this guy miss throws like that. That was a pretty short throw. He can normally make those in his sleep, but with the incompletion, we're now setting up third down.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Quarterback changing the play. Straight ahead, it's Mobley. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice... He's running free down the middle. The 10. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Checking in from the Ole Miss sideline. I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score, not productive on their early drives, and they are talking about how the crowd noise is impacting them. I see them talk to each other, trying to tighten things up at the line of scrimmage. This is a factor. This crowd is making a big difference here so far. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
When you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that when you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy, breezy.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver there working on the crossing route. And a big thing for the quarterback there, you've got to be able to give your receiver time to work through all the traffic, get by the linebackers in the middle of the field, and work all the way over to the other side. The offensive line has to give the quarterback time, and the QB's got to be patient, but it all worked out perfectly, and they're able to get a big play.
On the run, it's Walton. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. And the Rebels are in the hurry-up.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Positive plays, that's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Turns up, it's Walton. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw, it's Knight. Finds his big tight end. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels!
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. On the return, it's Martin. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here come the Irish back on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Throwing, Carr. Oh, pressure's coming. He'll try to do it himself. Trying to give them some room to work with. Stopped just short of the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 19.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Could not make his way to the corner.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
Let's see what they have in the bag on 3rd and short from their own 18. Quick give. It's Mobley. He's past the marker. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
And these 3rd downs obviously are so crucial, and that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man, you get the 3rd down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive moving.
To the ground. He's got it again. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. On the option. The pitch. Defense storming into the backfield, making the stop behind the line of scrimmage in this 3rd down. Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. On the direct snap, it's White. Got his man. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Direct snap. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 19 on the big run. Notre Dame will now use its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Carr escapes the pressure going right. He's got it and still on his feet. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Play action, C.J. Carr. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! from the red zone for him to score.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused, made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We get right to it with Indiana taking on the Kennesaw State Owls. And it's the Hoosiers trying to win the home opener. They've got the lead midway through the first half. And as we check in on these notable matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week in college football truly is.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
Guys, I caught up with Notre Dame's head coach coming out of the locker room. One of the things he said, he is really pleased with how they have started the first half in this tough conference opener. As you know, the SEC is a gauntlet, but he thinks his team set the tone. He said that was a great start, but we can be even better. They cannot take their foot off the gas here to start the third quarter.
All right, Holly. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Out wide right, it's Porter. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's White. That one falls incomplete. They reached into the bag of tricks on first down and couldn't pull it off.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Sets his feet, it's Carr. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. After picking up a couple of first downs already on this drive, they'll snap it from close to midfield. The run inside. It's Mobley. Oh, he got loose. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Here's Carr to throw. Right side, it's Mobley. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Notre Dame comes to the line, that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And guys, I tell you what, man, they went into half, they were ready to rock and roll to start this second half. They put a nice drive together, and then it's just about managing the game, right? Don't take points off the scoreboard. I start to get in an area where I'm in field goal range. I'm getting ready to score a touchdown. Be smart with the football. He gets just a little greedy, and the defense makes him pay.
Back to throw, it's Knight. Look out! Chucked it away just as he was hit.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Still looking. Going to try to get it himself. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. A really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route.
He wants to go deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense got it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they turn it into a defensive score. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Caught in the backfield. It's Miller. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
RPO complete. He stopped at the 15. Not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team. The Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. Looks it in. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership. Come out here, lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
In the red area, it's Mobley. Touchdown, Irish! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop you.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Rebels offense is back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Long way to go on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Knight. Rush is on. looking for a big gain. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
That's the story today in this game. The coverage defensively has been so good. They seem to always be in the back pocket of these intended targets, and they swat another pass away incomplete.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. And the Rebels will call on their punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Trying to get started. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Motion from the back. Trying to get the corner. Keeps it. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Throwing. Carr. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He's got it along the sideline. There he goes. Touchdown, Notre Dame! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. If he can keep putting together games like this, he might have a shot at Brady Quinn's career touchdown record of 95. All the great quarterbacks the Irish have had, guys like Joe Theismann, John Hewitt, nobody's even close to that.
Yeah, and that's crazy to think about being in that kind of a company. And Notre Dame's always been a good running team. And when they find quarterbacks that have great quarterback play, then I think they start to take off to that next level. And so far, he's showing that here today.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off play action on first down. Trying to get rid of it, and he gets it away.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect their quarterback a little bit better.
To the air, it's Knight. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Fires to the tight end. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give. Turning it on! And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So the final period starts with a second down play. Here's a give to Joyner. Taken down.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. Punt is on its way. No, he's going to field this right in front of his own end zone. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Making the adjustment. On the move, it's Mobley. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. He's piled up 87 yards rushing, and he's making his presence felt in this first game. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The give to the back. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
And he got it oh so close to that first down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be 4th down. Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Looking for the mark. It's a fumble. He recovers the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, in this situation, the only offensive player who can advance the fumble is the guy who dropped it. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Carr, keeping his eyes downfield. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Gets rid of it.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for 2nd down. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
They'll move the tight end. Here's Joyner to begin the drive.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Second down, going to throw it. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
The Rebels decide to punt it away. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Here on the Notre Dame sideline, this is so fun to watch these guys hype up their wide receiver. Every time they come off the field, there is yet another celebration.
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. He picks it up, still on his feet. After that near turnover, the clock is stopped as they tend to an injured player. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. He's changing the play.
Booster, booster. Ready, go.
Here's Carr to throw. Buying time to his right. He'll throw it. Out wide right, it's Flanagan. They've got him corralled.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Go, go.
From the gun on third down, Carr. The throw. Hauls it in. They make the tackle, and it's short of the marker. It'll be fourth down. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting. Keep throwing the football. Try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much, but keep fighting, man.
Yeah, and just, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean, it's all about continuing to improve week in and week out. So whether that's identifying play...
Breaks free, and he might be gone. He's at the 4, just keeps moving. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
Looking for the edge. Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he added the extra point. Looking for blockers. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game, take the W into the locker room.
And he's brought down after a short gain. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They give it to him again. Driven back.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty